Vakhid ABBASOV making his way to the red corner. Sanil Shahi receiving a hostile reception as he makes his way to the blue corner. He affords himself a smile as he has been placed in the role of pantomime villain here at the Stark Arena. I'm not sure it's one that he asked for, but enthusiastic support for the home boxer. So Mr. Makratari Sadali of Algeria with the final instructions. And we are underway in this 67-kilogram welterweight contest. It features a boxer from Serbia facing off against an opponent from Nepal. The man in red out of the southpaw stance is Serbia's Vakhid ABBASOV, 24 years of age, competing in his first bout of the World Championships here in his adopted hometown, as is Sanil Shahi, because the 23-year-old wearing blue, part of a four-man Nepalese boxing team, won over Issam Al-Ogaidi of Iraq on a walkover in the round of 64. So here we are in the round of 32, but it's the first bout of the tournament for both of these athletes. Good right jab to the body from Shahi, who booked his place here for Belgrade in the biggest tournament of his career by prevailing in the Nepalese national selection tournament earlier this year. ABBASOV actually competed for Russia until 2019. Comes to the boxing ring as the reigning two-time national champion of Serbia, and listen to the support and ovation that he's receiving here from a healthy crowd assembled at the Stark Arena. We've got sirens in attendance that have blared on occasion as ABBASOV scores with a burst of punches to the body. Some enterprising individual has brought in a loud hailer as well. It's a really raucous atmosphere, but Shahi is remaining focused on his task as the boxers exchange lead hands. Shahi landing a left hand on the inside. Minute to go in this opening round. Good right jab scored to the body by ABBASOV. Shahi spending a lot of time near the ropes, sliding along them, gets himself back to the space of center ring now, comes forward behind a single right jab, but that was short, as was the counter attempt from ABBASOV. So action beyond punching range at present, and now it's Shahi getting onto the front foot, trying to take it to his man. ABBASOV teasing his way forwards, takes a stiff right jab there as he lands a lead right of his own. Case of one and done in terms of the two-fisted attack launched by Shahi. He didn't keep it going after it fell short of the mark. And again, with his back to the ropes, he takes a burst of punches to the body, bobbing and weaving to get himself out of that confined position, scores with a snaking right jab of his own. Bell sound to conclude the first round. Very competitive round. I happen to think the man in the other corner, Vakhid ABBASOV, did enough to take it. And there's confirmation. All 5 judges scoring in favor of the boxer wearing red. 10-9 across the board. Some of the action from that opening round. see that both men accomplished in their skill set. But I think that Shahi is going to have to he's going to have to implement something of a tempo change here. And maybe he'd be well advised to keep himself off the ropes, given the amount of time he spent near the strands in the first 3 minutes. So into the second round then. Sanil Shahi of Nepal is a boxer I first saw at the Asia Oceania Olympic qualification event in Amman in Jordan in his bid to qualify for the Olympic Games. I was commentating on that tournament. He was eliminated in the second preliminary round against the formidable boxer from Tajikistan, Bakhid Usmanov. Vakhid ABBASOV stood on top spot of the podium in the 2019 edition of the Under-22 European Championships that held in Vladikavkaz in Russia. He was still competing for Russia in 2019, so much so that he boxed his way through to a silver medal position as he scores with a good left cross, which came behind a right jab. But he scores with a good right jab to the body. But a second place finish in the Russian National Championships at 69 kilogram welterweight. So that gives you an idea of the man's quality. He took a good right jab there from Shahi. But I'm just not sure that Shahi is busy enough. Clearly knows what he's doing up there in the boxing ring. Part of a four-man boxing team for Nepal as he takes a good double jab, body and head from ABBASOV. But he's got to be busier here. There's an exchange of jabs. But ABBASOV increasing in confidence, looking to increase his pressure. And Shahi has got to do something to deter the man from coming in, because he's walking in with his hands down, totally confident about going in search of his own offense and not too concerned with what's coming back. And that's because there's very little coming back from Shahi. Here he does get onto the front foot, but he takes a left cross and then a right jab, which causes him just to become a little bit disorganized. Can Shahi do something different? Because ABBASOV is looking increasingly comfortable and confident up there in the boxing ring with over 2 minutes gone in this second round. Nice right jab on the back foot. Left cross that followed wasn't too far wide of the mark from Shahi, but he needs more here. The punch output is too low. Might be scoring a higher percentage or a high percentage of his punches, but again, put under pressure by that burst of shots to both body and head. As the siren blares in the crowd of the Stark Arena once again. 2 rounds in the book, and one suspects that's going to be the second round scored unanimously in favor of ABBASOV. Shahi not able to get enough effective offense going to take a share of the round for my money. And there's confirmation. 2 rounds completed, another unanimous card returned in favor of Vakhid ABBASOV. 10-8 from the judge from England in favor of the Serbian boxer. Some of the action then from round number 2. So into the third and final round then, and Sanil Shahi from Kathmandu, the boxer wearing blue for Nepal, has conceded the first 2 rounds unanimously. The English judge returning a scorecard of 10-8 after the second round. And that's not because the man is being outclassed. I just don't think he's being busy enough. Clearly knows what he's doing. There's Shahi. He only began boxing in 2016. No knockdown despite the expectancy of the crowd. But he is trying to get over the front foot and take it to his opponent. But again, with single phase attacks and at this type of tempo, I'm not sure it's by design, but boxing like this, he's putting all of his store into landing a single knockout shot, because this work rate isn't going to be enough to make ABBASOV uncomfortable or take him out of his rhythm or flow, and it's certainly not going to be enough to overturn the 20 points to 18 deficit that SHAHI faces for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. The third judge has it 20 points to 17 after returning a 10-8 round scorecard for round number 2. Well, again, ABBASOV completely comfortable in the boxing ring, and SHAHI's not been able to do anything to change that. First bout of the tournament for both boxers, remember, and it's been a gentle introduction, if there is such a thing in the boxing ring, to World Championship competition for ABBASOV, because SHAHI just hasn't been able to turn the screw enough to put the man under sustained pressure and make him do something other than what he wants to. And there we see a little cameo of an Ali shuffle from ABBASOV. Again, I just think that is to try and get inside the head of SHAHI, as if to say, look, this is how comfortable I am. There's nothing you're going to do is going to take me out of my flow or my stride. Closing seconds of the third and final round. While SHAHI had to do something drastically different in the third round than he did in rounds 1 and 2, but not within his compass, not within his arsenal to be able to do that at this stage of his career. And so it will be Vakhid ABBASOV who goes through to the round of 16, the third preliminary round after his first contest here at the World Championships in Belgrade. Very comfortable performance. We'll see the man from Serbia progress.
Decision is the boxer out of the red corner, Vakhid ABBASOV from Serbia.
So there's confirmation of a unanimous point decision verdict for Vakhid ABBASOV, taking all 3 rounds for all 5 scoring judges. He's sportingly holding open the ropes for the man he has just defeated. Sanil SHAHI of Nepal exits the boxing ring and will exit the World Championships here in Belgrade. Tidy boxer, but just didn't know enough at this stage to deal with Vakhid ABBASOV. And it's the man from Serbia who goes through to the third preliminary round, the round of 16 in the 67 kilogram welterweight division. Some of the action from the contest.